Okay, bhai log, welcome to day 3 of our ride to MotoGP featuring the all new Gen 3 Duke 390. And looks are purely subjective, is what they say, because this gentleman, why aapko, he is the manager here at Sayaji Hotel, very good ambience. And here in Nashik, it was suggested by a friend, and we had a good sleep. So, आपको दोनों में से कौन सा कलर पसंद आया?
I think the punch orange.
Orange वाला?
Orange.
देखा, so some people like the blue one, some people like the orange, so its looks are purely subjective, but anyway बारिश का मौसम है, so let's hope it doesn't pour and let's hope it is manageable because we have a long way to go and we have to cover maximum distance today. But anyway, cheers to the biking brotherhood, let's get going. Okay, so let's go to ride mode. It's gonna be a rainy day, a slippery dippery surface. Hazards on to enhance visibility on road. Turn on the hazards, put on the rain mode. Riding without the gloves because the gloves would get drenched in water, and that's something we don't want to happen. And up here, I think today is Ganesh Chaturthi. So some people are celebrating yesterday, some people are celebrating today. So anyway, whenever you're watching this, happy Ganesh Chaturthi to all of you. So we all knew that the forecast showed some rain in this area, but we didn't know that the very next day the rain god will come down to say hi. That too early in the morning. So you can start. This is gonna be the rain ride. A rainy day. I was saying, why did you say that way? Well, just to get your attention, boys. So you need to fuel up. Let's see. We still have half tank left on each of the bikes. Or we can fuel up en route. Not much of visibility here. It's a little challenging. We are right underneath the flyover, so that's okay. So the thing is, in the rain mode, the power is a little contained. You can really feel that. The throttle response is also toned down completely to make sure you're safe at the end of it all. Okay, bhai log, aa gaye highway pe. And we are going towards Dhule. Dhule Raja, aa rahe hain hum barat leke. But anyway, I think the rain gods are a little merciful. So thoda sa rain intensity kam hue se we fueled up as of now. Almost full tank bata raha. So let's go ahead and enjoy the rain ride. Okay, bye. See you. ये ज़्यादा ही अटैच हो गया यार, ये वाला छोड़ रहा नहीं है बिकॉज इसको बिस्किट खिलाया तो ये ज़्यादा ही क्लोज हो गया. Towards Dhule and then towards Indore. So the guys, the roads here are good. It's like one straight road all the way now. That's what we could figure out. But the thing is, there are bumps in between, and that is what makes things uncertain. So we can't really predict what's coming next. Of course, that's the adventurous part about motorcycling, but it's also better to keep a check in terms of safety. Let's go. We know when the branding reads KTM, it's just brutal force that awaits you. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Hills covered by clouds. What a fantastic view, man. Just look at that. Spectacular. It's like a painting, a royal painting made by God himself. Okay, so we had a quick bite for breakfast. 60 kilometers away from Dhule. We're gonna finish that in a flash. So first, let me tell you about the mileage. Many people are asking. First of all, the tank range does make a difference, so you don't have to stop for refueling every so often. Secondly, the mileage what we are getting is close to 30 kmpl. Yeah, it's mostly highway riding, so you can expect between 26 in city conditions, 26, 28 and 30, but the mileage is better, mind you. I can feel the difference when compared to Gen 2 or the Gen 1. This one is more fuel efficient, so that's a good part, that's a good thing. So as it is, we're getting close to 30. That's the thing, that's the number you're looking for. So let's go. So guys, here we are at Indore well ahead of time. That's because we started early. Always remember, when you're touring long distances, the earlier you start, the better it is. The more distance you cover in the first leg of the day. I mean, just before breakfast, the maximum distance that you can cover, and even before lunch, the max distance that you can cover, and that helps you later in the day when you're tired. You hope that the distance is reduced. That's when this thing comes in handy, that you're left with very less kilometers to cover at the fag end of the day. So first question, there are several questions that people asked in the previous vlog, and thanks for all your positive comments and support. Some people as usual blabbered hate, so I don't care about them. So people who asked legit questions. First thing about mileage. Yes, the mileage is surprisingly good. Tank range is incredibly impressive. Incredibly impressive tank range for a naked street fighter. 15-liter tank makes a world of difference, and the mileage is well optimized, better than the Gen 1 and Gen 2. So this one gives you close to 30 kmpl if you're riding in the highway, and on the city I'm sure you will be getting somewhere around 26, depending on your riding style. Another question people asked was the heating issue. Is there any heating issues? Zero heating issues, bro. So we did ride through city, we did ride through heavy rain in the morning, and now riding through open stretches with bright blue skies. So heating is not an issue. It's not as bad as the first gen model, and second gen model itself, it was addressed very well. Now it's almost reduced to minimum, so bare minimum. So you can be rest assured the heat management is very well done on the Gen 3 Duke. Then question number 3 is the comfort. How good is the comfort? Is it good for long distance touring? Yeah, I think the question number 3 is cruising speed. How much cruising speed you can carry? Easily 110 to 120. 6th gear, even 115 to 120 is absolute piece of cake for this beast. And yeah, people who want to push at 130, you might have to, sacrifice a bit of mileage and fuel economy. But if you want best mileage, cruise at around 80 to 90. Maybe 90 is the ideal sweet spot. And if you want to carry good amount of speed, and you want to cover distance in a safe manner, maintain a speed of 110 is what I feel. And then comes the heating issue. Then comes the comfort part. How good is the comfort for long distance touring? The seat is nice and spacious. Spacious seat for the pillion as well, so you can ride 2 up. And then the handlebar is slightly shorter, as I mentioned in the first vlog. A slightly wider handlebar would have been better, and slightly lifted up handlebar, because there is no scope for handlebar risers here, because the speedo console itself is mounted on the handlebar. So once you disturb that factory setting, you tend to mess with the wiring of the speedo console, so which is the last thing you want to do. So I hope in the future upgrade they might want to lift the handle a little bit. Yeah, it's a street fighter, this is not an adventure bike, so there'll be a little bit of aggression, but then if you want comfort, well, that is the feedback from my side. But then as it is, it's very much usable for me. There's no back pain. We rode nearly 500 kilometers straight today, and there is completely fatigue free riding experience. The quick shifter works flawlessly, the blipper works fine, and the throttle response is on another level altogether, and the engine wants to, you know, beckon you, stating, is that all you've got? That's the kind of a screamer, an absolute scorcher of engine they've come up with. And a 400cc bike offers good fuel economy, good comfort, and good spread of torque across the rev band. Man, they've got a winner on their hands. So now the plan is we're going to settle down or check in into a hotel right on the highway, such that we don't have to again figure our way out through the city. And that's a good hotel, good property from Fab Hotels. And then tomorrow we are heading again, starting early and heading towards Delhi. I think we'll be reaching by 5 in the evening is what the guys over here, the local guys, are saying. The roads are pretty good from Gwalior to Agra to Delhi. So let's hope for a good day tomorrow. Let's hope for good weather today, except for the beginning part where there was a bit of rain. The rest of the day has been clear blue skies, and the pleasant weather really adds on to the riding experience. Just look around, man. Greenery all around. This is indoor for you. Yeah, I was here multiple times for the Natrax events, but then this is the first time riding to indoor via road, and it's absolutely magical.